Ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners, welcome to the second podcast already for the Environmental Science program, ESSET, Environmental Science for Sustainability, Ecosystems and Technology. Good morning good afternoon or good evening. I'm not sure where on earth you're listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, but nevertheless, a warm welcome to you. My name is Paul Sandman. I'll be the MC for this session. I'm a teacher at the Environmental Science program, but I'm not the one going to answer all the questions and giving you lots of information. I have three wonderful people sitting next to me to help with that. They can introduce themselves, and I kindly ask my fellow people here around this table to simply give your name, maybe tell me which year of the program you're in, where you're originally from, and in a few sentences why you chose environmental science as a topic. Ekin, let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Ekin. I'm from Turkey. I'm 19 years old, and this is my first year in ESSET. And I chose this because I'm very passionate about sustainability, and I had classes about environmental sciences in high school, which led me to be very comfortable in this area, know a lot, and right now I'm having a great time with the modules I have.
Cool. Great, welcome, great. Move to the other side, Alessio.
Okay, so hi, I'm Alessio. I'm from Italy. Now I'm 19 years old as well, and I choose ESSET because at high school I was really I loved to study math, physics, and science as well, and so I really wanted to do like an international experience, and I'm here. I found what I was searching for.
Cool, great.
Nice. Hi, I'm Sumayah. I'm from Oman, and I'm a recent graduate, so I already finished the program. And I actually chose this program because I did another study in chemistry before, and we had a debate in the class about climate change, and I really found it really interesting. And then I was searching for different programs, and then I found, this program, which I found it fit me way better than previously chemistry. Yeah.
Cool, great. Okay, now welcome. So we got ourselves introduced right now. Now, as our audience are mostly high school students, I think one of the things they are very interested in is the transition from high school to a University of Applied Sciences, like Avant University of Applied Sciences. And maybe you can say a few things of how that journey went, and maybe also, maybe one of you would like to give a bit of advice, what to expect or how to prepare. Maybe Ekin?
For me, coming from high school to university, it's a different experience for sure. But I think Avance does it very nicely. There's a very subtle change. Teachers really help you. And I'm sure the high school students will also have intake exams while you're coming to ESSET. And during that time, there was one specific question in my head because, like, as you see with the other people who applied here, they are very passionate about physics and chemistry. But for me personally, in high school, for 2 years, I didn't get physics or chemistry. So I was very, very nervous about that. But they told me, like in advance, all of my teachers, and as I mailed through at that time in the applying time, they told me, okay, it's okay, you can get extra classes, there are help desks. So one advice would be when you're applying to this school and this to ESSET, be comfortable because the teachers will really help you get through it. There are high school classes and here as well, like the topics, not classes, but it's a very subtle transition. So it was very easy for me, and I'm right now very comfortable. I'm only on the second quarter. I've been studying this for 4 months, maybe not even 4 months, but it's been very great. I'm having a good time.
That's good. That's good. Was it also a nervous moment for you, Alessio, or your transition? Or was it?
Actually, the problem that I encountered at the time was like the language barrier a bit. So in Italy, it's not so common to talk in English, and there were B2 compulsory. Mm-hmm. So I just look on the requirements on the Avance website, and then there you can find like all the list of what you need to have to apply, and it is very clear. Also, I like send 20 mails to the advanced support, and they respond really quickly. So if you need further clarification, they are there for you.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And I know they're always very, very busy with answering a lot of emails. So yeah. Now moving towards the program. Then I mean, you mentioned you're only now, let's say, this is your first 4 months with us. But nevertheless, do you think is there one topic or maybe one module that you found very interesting, or did you enjoy so far? Can you already pinpoint? Is there one of them?
I really love our lab classes and our projects because in Avans, they really give you the chance to work about something that you will see in the future. And lab classes, teachers really help, and we have to write lab journals. And for some people, they don't very enjoy it. But even though when they come to lab, we actually feel like we're doing something that will help the future. We're going to save the future. So that's very enjoyable for us. But nevertheless, of course, there are some challenging parts as well. And for me, as I said, right now I have sustainable energy class. And even though I came here saying, sustainability is my passion, climate change, let's save the world and everything. Right now I'm seeing physics, and it does kind of challenge me from time to time. But we have a lot of time to work on things all together as students and with our teachers. So even the challenging parts are not that hard. And in the exams, we have some time for study for all of them. And with our quizzes and help desks, they really help all together. So everything is enjoyable.
That's good. That's good. So yeah, you already finished the program.
Yeah.
So you have had all the topics and all the courses that we can offer. You already had them. So you have, I guess, a whole bookwork to choose from. But is there is there one course or one topic you found very enjoyable, and also is there one that you found a little bit challenging?
That's a really nice question. I would say my specialization was the most enjoyable because I really got to choose a topic that I really like. And also before choosing that, we also looked at the companies that we're going to work with. So it was a really nice module for me. And that was for climate change and water management. So yeah, that was a really nice time. Also, the group that I worked with they were really nice. Everyone was putting 100% in their work, and I really enjoyed that. Challenging, let's see. Yeah, probably from first year model development, it was a lot of modeling, and I was not used to it. That's what made it challenging for me.
Yeah. And what did you have to model? Do you still remember? Do you know?
Yes. We had to model temperature change. So future temperature changes from 100 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have that right now. And
Yeah,
actually, Sumayah helps us. Yeah. And she sees my struggle in the class. Yeah. But she makes it very easy for us.
I can imagine that. I can imagine that.
So, wait, because I didn't done this part before. Since I'm maybe I forgot. I'm a fast track, so I started from the second year, and I will catch up some part of the first year that Ekin is doing now. And so, what about this course?
Model development is a class and a part of mathematics, and you learn about how to actually develop models. So you see how to make graphs and like how to the inputs and outputs and what affects one thing. So it's all connected to each other. So you see the environmental impacts of everything, and you just like kind of imply what you learn in class to models, so that like in a more scientific way, applying it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you only did some parts of the module 1.2. For example, you did the debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did. We had the debate assessment in class, and we were divided in a group of two, so couples, and we had a lot of environmental topics that are really actual, I can say. For example, I had the nuclear energy with Ekin.
You were together.
Yes, we were together.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, but you're also that's obviously what you're doing right now, 2.2, the module for the second years, and one of the things, obviously, because you mentioned as well, Sumayah, you have like project work, you work in groups. You're doing a project right now in 2.2. Can you explain a little bit how that project, how is it done, and why do you have to do that in groups?
Okay, so basically, we have in this second year 3 different courses. The first is it's a lecture based, so it's like just the teacher that give us a topic, and we have to study with her. And then in the second module components, we have a practical stuff. So, for example, now we are making a modelization of a process. In this case, I chose to make like the roller painter, and from scratch material we have to like reproduce the whole life cycle, and it's nice. It's very nice. And the last one, probably the most interesting to me, is like these groups. So the class is basically divided in group of 3 or 4, and we are working with a client, and this is really like entertaining because we went there at the company field. It was nice. We saw the material we are working on, and in this case we are searching for a recycling option, a new recycling option for this bio-based material and novel application. We are searching to provide new one, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So, and that is like actually you work for a real client, right? So, yeah. So, maybe for the listener. So, obviously in the program we focus a lot on like real assignments with real clients, because this is pretty much what working life is all about. You work for a real client as well. Another thing that we do with real clients are work placements. Now, you guys haven't done a work placement yet, but you're probably like, you already started considering for one, or like, maybe thinking what to. But Sumayah, you did a work placement, right?
Yeah.
Actually 2, right?
Yeah.
You do one in year 3, and you had one in year 4. Can you Can you mention something about one of those work placements?
Yeah. So what I liked about the work placements or the internships is that you really can choose which company that you want to work with, and also you can choose where you want to do it. I did my first internship in Malta. It was with an NGO that was working with like indigenous plants in Malta, and we were trying to plant it in different locations with different salinity levels. So that was really, it was a nice introduction for me to work with an NGO. And then for my graduation internship, it was with a startup company, and it was more of an office work. And then also we had labs. So in the labs, we were doing electrodialysis. We were filtering fertilizer to get a fertilizer out of pig manure. So for me, both the internships were really different, but it was also really nice because I got to choose what type of internships that I want to do. Right. And it's also something interesting for you guys to look at, because then you can decide where you want to do it. If you want to do it in the Netherlands or
Because did you find them yourself? Did you?
Yeah. So the first internship I found myself because I had a location in mind, and then I found NGOs there, and from there I chose. And then for my graduation internship, I got help from Avance, actually, because there is a platform that you can, there's different ads for internships, and then you can choose and then, contact them. Yeah,
that's so nice.
Yeah, that's true. And I noticed that more and more companies are putting their ads for their internship on there. So have you guys considered already? Like, where would you like to,
I consider that's the first thing that we talked. And on the first quarter, we have PPD classes where the professional and personal development. And Jessica, our teacher, mentioned like how we can actually move somewhere else on our 3rd and 4th year. And that was very exciting for us. And most of the people say like Sweden and Norway. And for me, I would love to in the future do my major in Sweden as well. That was one of the places I wanted to apply for bachelor's as well. But of course, Avans rocks, so I came here. But I would love to go on my third year to Sweden because there are a lot of, they really care about sustainability and climate action. And there are a lot of corporations and a lot of NGOs that are really interested in that area. So for people like us who are studying ESSET or anything about environmental impact and everything, those two are very good countries to have because they have a lot of options.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, maybe also good for you to know then that we also have a collaboration with some of the, for example, with the Karlstad University in Sweden.
Yes.
So you could also like go there for like, let's say a minor, because the idea is that you know, Sumayah is like you have like in the year 3 and year 4, you have the internship and then the specialization, which you do here at Avans, and then the minor, you can go wherever you like. And then the graduation, once again, you can go wherever you like. So there's already a bit of opportunity to for example, go to Sweden or other countries. So have you considered already what to do for your internship? Or
I got really excited when I saw for the first time the year schedule in the ESSET course. And so having, as you said, like 3 opportunities to go abroad and studying and working in other place with other people and other tradition. This is really exciting. Now I'm searching for something in Spain related probably with new technology.
Mm-hmm.
So sustainable technology, stuff like that. My goal is like to study new languages with this opportunity. So maybe with this time Spanish, and maybe later I was thinking to Germany, to something else for the minor. So that's the idea basically.
Oh, nice. Well, I think I just had a graduate who did her graduation research in Spain, and what she looked at, she considered the waste material from I think it was from mussels, like mussel harvest or oyster. Mm-hmm. And she looked at whether or not you can like make sort of a biocomposite out of that, which actually what you're doing right now for your project. So
exactly.
Yeah, but it was very interesting research, and it was done in Spain. So, but okay, let's not dwell on that. Let's see. Well, maybe let's see. Now let's move. We're talking a little bit about other countries right now, but let's talk about Breda for a moment. Do you guys like living in Breda, or?
Yes, a lot. Actually, I came here back in January and I walked around this building and I once one of the buildings. Breda is such a compact, small city in the Netherlands, but it makes it so good, and it's like the city and the environment is all together. Sometimes with my roommates, we go out on bicycle rides, and there are a lot of people that from school that are very interested in nature and like nature walks. There are a lot of opportunities to just take your bike and cycle somewhere and be in the this nature. And even though there are not a lot of mountains and a lot of around here, but of course there's a lot of forest and a lot of area that you can just like sit down, relax with your friends. And I really like it. But of course, for people who are interested in like more like city life and like more like urban life, there is also the city and a lot of bars and everything. So I'm not very good on that side because I'm the person that gets their tea and goes to bed at 9 p.m. But
smart.
But every morning, even going to school is like such a ride. I get such a thrill from just like going to school because everything is so beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. From the time that I lived here, it was really nice, especially as a first-year student where you're getting to know people. There's a lot of events, like with Essence, ESN, a lot of things that you can do, and a lot of bike rides. Yeah.
Right. Well, you mentioned Essence. What is Essence?
It's a student organization. Or student association, actually. And it's specifically for ESSET students. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And
And have you guys been to any of the Essence activities? Or
I've been to two of them. There was a pop quiz just 2 weeks ago where they asked about questions about Netherlands. We talked a lot about cheese and bicycles, and that was very fun. And on the second day I arrived here on the 29th of August, there was a walk around in Breda where they gave us bingo cards and they asked us if you see a bicycle, just like you get a tick. And like they showed us around, we walked around, and it was very helpful because we called them Mama and Papa, all the older students, and they just like kind of led us. They gave us tote bags and a lot of gifts. So it made it very easy to just transition to Netherlands and just get to know people and the city.
And also there's other event during the year. For example, here now we are recording in December, and in this week they organize an event in Amsterdam, and so there's like this ice skating activity that they organize, and probably we are going all together this week. Yeah.
And that's true. I mean, the nice thing also about Breda, obviously, if you're from a different country, like the Breda is a very small city, but it's located next to all these other big cities. So we have Amsterdam close by, we have Rotterdam very close by, but also Antwerp and Brussels. I mean, I wouldn't say you could bicycle there, but with a train ride, it's easy to get there.
We actually have friends. My roommate is a professional bicycle rider, and
Really?
just last week they went to Belgium. Brussels with their bikes. They did like 200 kilometers or something.
Wow.
They just
Is 200?
probably less. But,
Doable.
but
Doable.
He's Indonesian, and he just like did it back in his country as well. And here they just like take wonderful pictures.
Wow.
That's a good thing. Like if I'm not professional, I don't do things like that. But if you are, there are a lot of chances to just cycle around everywhere. Also, with the bicycle, it's not very tiring because back in Turkey, it's very hard to cycle around. But the roads are very clear here, and it's very straightforward. So you don't get tired cycling.
The system here is perfect for bicycling. Oh, in fact, I went to Antwerp by bike.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
and it was almost all bicycle lane. So
Wow.
it's really, it's easy to go everywhere.
Yeah.
But still, I think Breda is not too little.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like more than 170,000.
I felt
people?
more than 200,000, but
Oh, maybe that's
someone
the new
look at the
data.
facts. We'll find it later. But it's not very small, but it's also not very big. That's but that's true.
But as you said, everything is connected, and it's very close.
You have everything you need, just like 10 minutes cycling away, which makes it very easy for a student. And like I can just get everything. Also, if I cannot, Eindhoven is just like a half an hour right away with train. So
no, that's true. That's true. Breda is very, a walkable city center. Also, it's, parts of it are closed for traffic by car. So that's also I kind of like it. Where they call it like a low. There's a word for it. Low mobility or city center. So that's very nice. That's true. But you guys all own a bike. You bicycle around.
we do.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's very good.
it's really easy to access them.
Yeah. That's good.
And for new student, I have to say it's very easy also to get a bike. So there's a lot of second-hand shop, and so you can get very easily.
Exactly. Even in thrift shops, they have a lot of bicycles. If not, the year students, sometimes they sell their own bikes. And there are a lot of opportunities to just get them for transportation. But as long as you have a bike, you don't need anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That helps a lot. So getting a bicycle is easy. Getting accommodation, how was that? Maybe a bit more difficult, right? Or
Yes. So one thing for me, like even in high school, I had a lot of friends who were applying for around all Europe, and everyone is like having an easier time. But in Netherlands, of course, there's like a saying, like it's just kind of hard to find accommodation. But that was one thing that everyone was stressing about. But to be honest, especially with Avans, they help you a lot. For me, I started looking for places in December last year. It's
December?
just in December. Yeah, there are a lot of sites that also help it, so it's good for Netherlands.
You started well in advance. Wow.
Yes, well advanced, because I was also excited.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to come here and go and like just because they scared us a lot. Don't believe that. You can find accommodation, but don't start too late, of course.
Yeah.
And Avance like really helped us. Like I'm sorry. Everyone in ESSET, not everyone, but most of the people live very close by.
Yeah.
Internationally, like Alessio is like in the next building for me, and my two roommates, we are in the same classroom. So Avance kind of like helped us find a like something named Wonenbroburg, I think, and they just like gave us like a place, a big apartment, and we just stay in like 3 people, like couples in different buildings. That also makes it very easy because I was not here in the introduction week, and I was very sad that I was missing out on stuff, and I was going to be late. I don't know any people, but like my roommates are just people that I'm going to start studying with, and it's like it's very easy to get together and socially get involved with things.
Yeah. So you live also in a student house?
Yeah,
yes?
I live in the same place. I remember I registered for it at half of July, approximately. And yeah, probably this is one of the best part of Breda and living here, like being with other students in the same room and same building, I can say. And so like we share a lot of moment together. We have party, but also we studied. For example, for the debate, we had like a preparation together also. And so you can, rely on others.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
And what's for you?
Yeah, from what I remember, I don't live in Breda anymore, but from what I remember, like 3 years ago, if you have connection, like maybe if you know a lot of people who are also studying the same program, a lot of people in Breda, then you can actually find a room really easy. There's a lot of groups. Also, you can get help from Avance. So it's doable. It takes time, but it's doable. Yeah.
So what would be your advice? Start early?
Start early, start early for sure.
Yeah, and
Start early.
start early.
Also, don't be scared to ask school questions. Like
Yeah,
Avance
that's
has
true.
like on their site, there are a lot of international student help desks and everything. I mailed the school a lot, and they answer like in very short spans of time. So anytime I was confused, like I just talked with someone, and they just cleared it out for me. That's very helpful.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Yeah,
Exactly.
No, that's very good. Yeah. No, it can be a hassle. Also, to find a room, it also depends a little bit depending on what time of year it is, and also we've had years where it was way more busy, and not just for our program, but also like for all the programs. And obviously, then we have a lot of students entering the city, but we try to help them a lot, and having a house hunter working for Avance to help find student accommodations as well. And obviously the collaboration with, for example, with the housing agencies, that helps a lot. So, but yeah, just like with any city in Breda, or sorry, any city in the Netherlands, start early. That helps a lot. So, yeah. Now, so we have housing covered. We had to talk a little bit about the program. Not sure if you wanted to add something, some stuff about the program, or we talked a little bit about internship, graduations. Do you have already thought about your future? Do you have ideas where you want to eventually end up with? You want to stick around in the Netherlands, or explore the world?
Well, I mentioned it, but I really want to go to Sweden. And I think Netherlands is such a great bridge for me to do that, because also for students, like also for like international students, like the language is a barrier when you're applying. So in Netherlands, everyone knows English. So it's such a great bridge. But in the future, like for our area, I would really like to be in like maybe Stockholm Environmental Institute, or on Norway, Finland. They have a lot of great projects, but I still have 3 more years ahead to think about these things. But yeah.
For me, probably a master. I feel like it's time. I feel the need to learn more, pursue my education more. So that will probably be my next step. Yeah.
And the master in the Netherlands, or?
That's something that I'm still searching. Yeah.
Okay, good.
For the moment, I still don't know which will be my future. But I think with the possibility of going abroad and like try the work directly in the internship, I think my future is almost guided, and so it would be easier, I think, to do a master as well.
Yeah. Quite a few students actually go for a master. I would say one third. It depends a little bit on what year. But obviously, there's a lot of work. So that's it. That's many students that they can find a job anywhere where they like, because there's a lot of demand for environmental science students or technical specialists. But also, quite a few students go for a master. For example, Wageningen University or Utrecht University or university in another country. So in general, that works quite well. But that is cool. That is good. Sometimes I wish to be a student again. To experience all that the whole life again. But on the other hand, it's also fun to be a teacher sometimes. So that's good.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
You get to do this as a teacher. So
And that's true. That's true. No, I get to do lots of great things as a teacher. And what I really like as a teacher, I can see you guys grow. I see when you get in our program, you're still searching and then discovering yourself. And when you leave in a couple of years, right, you're dedicated, focused, specialist. And I see that growth in all of our students, and that's just an amazing thing to see. So I really always, it makes me, proud, I guess. So.
Also, it's great for the students as well, because we see the passion in our teachers, especially in social impacts class. Everyone enjoys it so much because, Paul, you're always so passionate. You're asking us questions that we never even thought about. And it's just even asking questions, you say, just think about that. And we're just at home in Eppelenberg, where we live as the student hosting, everyone is like, did you think about that? Or do you have a answer? We just search it up, and that's very nice.
Okay, I really appreciate the praise. Obviously, it's not just me. I have a whole team of teachers that we're doing this together, but I really appreciate what you're saying here. We're coming at the end of our half hour that we have. Is there anything you would like to share with high school students, maybe on how to prepare themselves, or maybe things they should bring next to a toothbrush? Is there anything else they need to bring, or is there anything you could any advice you could give them? Maybe I'll start. Maybe you have something.
If you want to start first,
you want to think about it. Yeah, very good. It's a thinker, right? So
that's good. I have advice. Most definitely, I think they should be prepared for the weather, because as students we think about the city life and where to stay, but we just forget about the weather. Netherlands is the rainfall is a lot, and there's a lot of the weather is sometimes very gloomy. But even in that, we kind of find the happiness and the enjoy, because it's a very beautiful city. But bring clothes that are very packed. Get ready for the rain. Maybe the first 2 months is not a lot, but right now we get rainfall close to every day. Don't be scared by that. It's fine, but the weather changes really fast, and be ready for that. Yeah. I remember back in January when I came here and I was looking for universities, I had an umbrella, and Dutch people were looking at me why do you have an umbrella? 'Cause it's raining, but you cannot use an umbrella. It's just breaks. Not to scare anyone, but be prepared for that. But other than that, I think I said that's something bad, but I should say something good as well, I think. On the first week we got, it was so heavenly. It's just we started, actually I'm saying it heavenly, but we started by collecting trash on our first day of school. And everyone was saying we got here to study, but then we were collecting trash. But it was so nice. We just cycled around Netherlands, and we just was getting statistics, and everyone was just having so much fun. And people actually were coming up to us and saying, thank you for keeping our city so clean and safe. And it was such a thrill. It was so nice to hear that. So even with everything those things, there's always the very highs about the program and what we're doing, which is very important, I think. So
but it was definitely hands-on experience,
But
it is, also to get our students to learn about some of the issues, not just from a textbook, but actually from
exactly
real life. Sumayah, any suggestion you want to give?
I 100% agree with the weather.
Same.
You really have to be prepared. I was not prepared when I came here. I had a really thin jacket. So prepare for the rain, for the wind, and also if you don't know how to ride a bicycle, then also prepare for that. Practice beforehand. But also you will learn once you're here. Yeah, mainly that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Alessio, you thought about your advice now? You
Oh.
have nothing?
Yeah.
Or is it also the weather?
Something in mind. So don't worry. When you will be here, you will find like a perfect, like Avance will hug you. I can say, all the buildings that we are studying and living, like almost the whole day, are very nice. In fact, there's a huge canteen in the two like groups of buildings that is very nice, and there's a lot of places and tables and chairs all around, so you can like have your group meeting with your group or also alone. It's nice, and so you can find good space for it.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
But as you said, for the weather, bring a big jacket.
Yes, exactly. And I can add one more thing as an advice,
Sure.
because I remember myself now that like I'm sitting here. This is very ironic for me because we were just talking about it. Just like few months ago, we were watching the first Student Café Podcast from our homes, and I was like so excited. And I was saying, "Who's this Paul?" If I see him in the halls, I need to tell him that I watched the Student Café, and it's such a nice feeling that I can be here right now and just like talk about my experience just for the past few months. And I would like to say this to students, high school students. I was personally a very stressed high school student. I was studying IB, and there was a lot of workload, but it's going to be fine. Everything just like it gets fine in time. It just you just have to trust the process, trust the school. Don't be scared to ask questions when beforehand by sending mails or right now at school. It's just really helps because we're like very compact student groups. Like it's not like a big student halls where we like you cannot even make eye contact with the professors or the teachers, and everyone knows each other by name, and we all get the chance to just sit down and talk and learn very well, and you can ask anything and everything. It's like a very safe place. So just trust the process and just like be happy where you are in life, because it's going to be fine. We're all having fun.
Exactly.
And other stuff, don't skip the intake meeting
Very important.
because you will find Sumayah there, and she was so kind with us. So don't worry at all.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Okay, let's close it off here. Otherwise, they're going to kick us out of the building any moment. So we have to close. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for helping obviously high school students and giving your inside information. Listeners, thank you very much for paying attention for the last half hour. There will be another student podcast later this year with the other students. So stay tuned for that one. I think that's what you normally say. And have a wonderful, as I said, morning, afternoon, or evening. So thank you very much. You did
Thank
great.
you.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.